A tour sharing local industries passionate about the SDGs is beginning from Kansai International Airport. This trial tour was held in April with the project leader and two members of group companies as test tourists, verifying the two-day tour's contents in the field. They arrive at the first location 15 minutes from the airport, Okadaura Fisheries. Greeting them is the director of the cooperative's youth division, Azuma Hirofumi. For the last 7 years, he's been working to sustainably farm conger eels. There are around 20,000 of them here.
ちょうどね、今の時期がアナゴが取れる時期なんですよ、天然の。
Locally caught juvenile eels will be raised here for a year. Conger eel is a specialty of the region and is popular as a local gourmet delicacy. However, the amount of eels caught has fallen in the last 10 years to just 10% of the previous record. Azuma and the cooperative took action and began farming conger eels as an industry to preserve and develop them as a gourmet culture. The management of the water temperature is one SDG point in farming. The farms must take measures in the summer to keep water temperatures from rising too high. They first tried cooling it with electricity, but the cost and environmental impact were too much. They dug saltwater wells close to the ocean, making use of the relatively temperature-stable well water. This led to a massive reduction in electricity usage. Now, they're working on integrated local production and processing. By processing the eels within the facility instead of the former site in a town 30 kilometers away, they are also reducing the environmental impact of the transportation.
こういったアナゴ養殖自体というの取り組みがですね、全国でも非常に珍しいと思いますので、そういったところを強く前面に出してですね、ブランド化を図っていきたいと思っております。はい。
The next stop is working on farming sustainability. Iteya Yasuyuki's family has worked as farmers for 10 generations. His fields are full of large, sweet onions that Iteya has bred to be a local specialty, which are almost ready to harvest. He suggests they take a bite. Despite a decline in the number of farmers, Iteya hopes to continue farming as a local industry. He began renting unused local fields and hiring workers to grow cabbage and rice in addition to onions. Lunch is freshly picked vegetables. On the grill are the sweet onions and lots of cabbage, making the Osaka delicacy of okonomiyaki.
キャベツはどうですか？
甘いです。
はっきりわかります？
はい。
すごい楽しそうにやってるなと。もうそれが、伝われば農業をしたい、農業をやっていこうっていう若い子とかが増えてくるんじゃないかなと思ってますね。はい。
The tour launches into day 2. This is Fukuroya Kenji, who is developing towels with the SDGs in mind. He worked with Iteya Farm to use the discarded parts of their gourmet vegetables to dye this series. The brown towels get their color from onion peels that would normally be thrown away. Even cabbage leaves left over after harvest can still create vivid color like this.
もったいないっていうのが、自分がもったいない症っていうのがあって、そういうふうにやってきたんですけども、
もともと日本人はそういうところがきちんとあると思うんですけど、それをなんか生活の一部にもう少し取り入れたりとか、次の世代にこう理解してもらったりとか、ものづくりを通してそういう価値観が伝わっていったらなとは思ってます。
The tour concludes after visiting 7 spots promoting local industry and food in line with the SDGs.
だんだん普通だったら先細りになっていくようなものをちょっといろいろスタイルを変えていきながら、なんか工夫をしていきながら、次の世代に渡すために続けていくっていう姿が見れて、本当にこのツアーならではの良さだなと思って参加できてすごく楽しかったです。
海外のお客様には本当に大阪にはこういう昔ながらの伝統的な手法を守りながら真摯に生産に取り組んでいらっしゃる方がたくさんいらっしゃると。でそういうところをしっかり見ていただいて楽しんでいただければいいかなというふうに思っております。
Backing this tour geared toward the expo in 3 years, with the theme of designing future society for our lives, is the Osaka Convention and Tourism Bureau. Its president spoke about their plans.
できる限りこの地域の魅力というものを広げていく。これはまさにですね、それぞれの地域の資源を大切に生かしていく。これも SDGs の重要なところで、改めてこういった食の SDGs というものをしっかりとここで商品造成することによって、これをですね、万博を通して日本国中世界に広めていきたいなというふうに思っています。
Locals working to pass local industries to future generations in an environmentally friendly way. With the goal of making this wish a reality, this tour featuring charming local appeal is expected to be available by the spring of 2023.